You're listening to the Simplifiers Podcast, where we take topics in business and in life and simplify them. Award-winning event producer and educator Mary Baird-Wilcock, CSEP, will help you break it all down, figure it out, and spark you to do the thing. It's time to simplify. Here's your host, mentor, and undercover superhero, Mary Baird-Wilcock.
Hello and welcome back to the Simplifiers Podcast, where the secret to life is all about simplifying. In fact, doing less in order to thrive and accomplish more. And on Fridays, we release a short bonus episode highlighting a super thought of the day. These many episodes will help you spark new ideas, new ways of thinking, or simply challenge some old beliefs that you might have. And today, I want to talk about how to set healthy stretch goals in your business. This topic was requested by listener Safiya Robinson, tuning in all the way from the Barbados, and I think it's an excellent topic to simplify. Okay, so let's look at the two extremes. On one side of the spectrum, you could play it safe and set stretch goals that are too easy to attain. But what effect does that have on you and your work in the long run? And then on the opposite side, what happens to you mentally and physically when you set too lofty of stretch goals that you repeatedly, over and over and over again, never seem to hit? I mean, where's the happy medium? And how do we instead set healthy goals that'll really help you thrive? Well, okay, so I've got a few ideas. First off, let's be clear on what a stretch goal actually is. As Harvard Business Review simply puts it, quote, true stretch goals differ from ordinary challenging goals in two important respects. One, they involve extreme difficulty, and two, extreme novelty, end quote. So by these standards, a stretch goal is meant to stretch you and your team to go beyond your current capabilities and performance, but then also stretch you to overhaul things a bit and try working differently and not just harder. You know, they cited the example of Southwest Airlines. Quote, to get gate turnarounds down to 10 minutes, Southwest had to completely overhaul its staff's work practices and reimagine the behavior of customers. The airline did, however, famously figure out how to reach this goal, end quote. And as we all know, Southwest knows how to create a fun, customer-driven experience each and every time for passengers when they fly because their staff embody their ethos. The company invests in and values continual team training. So by applying stretch goals into their strategy, they accomplish the task at hand. Okay, so how do I set a stretch goal? Well, our rule of thumb is to set one primary business goal per quarter to keep things simple. This goal should be clear, concise, and have a financial goal, as in like how much revenue will we make this quarter attached to it, and have 100% buy-in from your entire team. That way, everyone knows this is what we are all working towards this quarter, and we're all on the same page. Remember, set yourself up for success by ensuring that your one big quarterly goal is a smart one. That is specific, as in it targets a specific area for improvement, measurable, and that means you've got to quantify or at least suggest an indicator of progress. It's got to be assignable. Specify who's going to do it. It's got to be realistic. State what results can realistically be achieved given the available resources. And then, of course, it's got to be time-related. Specify when the goal will be achieved by. In addition to setting your one primary business goal per quarter, I also encourage you to set one stretch goal for your business as well. Now, a stretch goal is one that'll stretch you out of your comfort zone and push you further to achieve more, something that would make a positive impact on your bottom line or propel your business closer to where you want to be in the long run, something that'll prompt you to level up, scale, and or refine. So here's a task for you right here, right now. Press pause after you hear this. Pull out your journal, set a 7-minute timer, and think about what you'd like to achieve in this quarter for your business. Something slightly bigger than your preset quarterly goal, like the cherry on top of your ice cream sundae. Here are a few examples of potential stretch goals, like get mentioned in 3 magazines or newspapers that your target audience love to read, or surpass your quarterly revenue goal by 10%. Or maybe be ready to launch that new product or service 30 days before the target date that you had set. I want you to brainstorm ideas, talk it over with your team, and then choose one stretch goal per quarter to aim for. Okay, so now how do I ensure that these are healthy stretch goals? Well, depending on your current company culture, these stretch goals may or may not be well received by your team. If anyone on the team isn't fully bought into the idea, make sure you book in time to speak with them one-to-one and then understand their feelings and concerns. The goal is they feel heard, and also you're clear on what does motivate them, and then you can decide what to do next. Resistance is totally natural, especially if the stretch goal involves change initiatives. As the leader, make sure to give them a peek inside your why and the vision that you've got ahead for them and the company. By doing this, you're clearly articulating why this stretch goal helps you both get there, and then they can decide if they're on board or not. Remind the team and yourself it's more important to focus on the progress rather than success or failure of the stretch goal. Everything you do is propelling you forward. Every lesson learned means that you're gaining knowledge for the next launch, the next campaign, or the next big hurdle your business is facing. So if you don't hit the stretch goal, you guys, it's not the end of the world, but rather it's a pin on the map, and the journey is way more important than the destination. Bottom line, here are the very best ways to ensure that you're setting healthy stretch goals. 1, do not set too many stretch goals all at once. You guys, no one thrives in a pressure cooker situation for too long. I mean, hello, watch the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. Set one stretch goal per quarter and then track your results. 2, prepare yourself mentally and physically. I want you to try to eliminate as many obstacles as possible before you start. So ask yourself, what resources or tools do you or your team need in place before you tackle this goal? Whether it's like training or software or even a massive mindset shift. 3, set a super desirable reward. What will motivate you and your team to achieve this stretch goal? Whether it's a cash bonus or maybe even a team trip somewhere nice. What would excite you and them to take calculated, ethical risks in order to hit this goal? 4, don't forget the power of small wins. You guys, if you're feeling worn out, beat down by too many big, lofty goals where you totally missed the mark, or you've just taken a big hit in your business, like say, I don't know, you've lost a big client, or the leads aren't coming in as frequently as you hoped, maybe now is not the time to go after your stretch goals. I mean, maybe it's smarter to just focus on a series of small wins that you could achieve in the next 90 days to help you rebuild confidence, momentum, and get back on top of your game. And just one final whisper, just from me to you, dear friend, coming closer. Safiya girl, this one is for you. You're on the right path. You're doing the thing. You're really making strides in your work right now, so keep going. You know, sometimes as business owners, we want huge wins. We want big windfalls, and we want immediate results like yesterday. Speaking from experience here, we want it all, and we want it now. Remember, striking out on your own and growing a business from nothing into something, it takes time, and it takes daily focus and discipline to put one foot in front of the other and take action. So you got to imagine yourself like a horse on a windy, rocky path, traversing across the mountains. You got to keep your blinders on, stay laser focused, resist the temptation to chase after that new, bright, shiny object. Just keep focused on the next step, and the next step, and then the step after that until you get there. Simplify. Set one quarterly goal and one stretch goal and give everything you've got to attain both. But I want you to also nourish yourself all along the way. Listen to your body and what she's telling you she needs in this moment, and then give it to her. Remember, your worth is not linked to your bank account balance. Your worth is not attached to if you hit your goals or not. You're doing a great job. And through your work, you're helping so many people out in the world. So keep going. Keep trying. Keep listening. And the universe will unfold exactly as it should for you and your business. You can do this. I believe in you. It's time to simplify. If this thought of the day inspired you, snap a photo of you doing the thing and send it to me via Instagram, either privately or publicly. Just tag the Simplifiers and I'll be your virtual accountability buddy in your quest to simplify your life. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get more of this awesome goodness coming to you automatically on Tuesdays and Fridays. Also, have you joined the Super Insiders yet? You guys, get tapped into our free online global community of simplifiers, creatives, and small business owners just like you who are sharing ideas, supporting each other, and building community around the shared passion of simplifying your work and life. So come join us on the inside. It's totally free and the doors are open just for you. Go to thesimplifiers.com/super. That's thesimplifiers.com/super to join our free online community, or click the link in the show notes to join us on the inside. And thank you. Big thanks to our undercover superheroes at the Simplifiers Podcast that help us create these episodes for you each and every week. These guys are rock stars. Susan Marie, our podcast editor, Jeffrey Lynn, our video editor, Janine Yardley, our show notes editor, Leiden Yardley, our director of brilliance. Manminder Athwal is our blogger. Our advisory board includes Aubrey Nowitzki, Chris Justice, and George Mills. I'm your host, Mary Baird-Wilcock. Thank you guys so much for listening and telling your peeps about us. And as always, friends, keep things simple.
Thanks for listening to the Simplifiers Podcast. Find the show notes for this episode and all others at thesimplifierspodcast.com. Know someone in your life who needs to simplify? Be a hero and share our podcast with them. And we will see you here next time. As always, keep it simple.